Hello YouTubers and welcome to Mud Max Metal Detecting. Well, an exciting day indeed because we have a new toy to play with, and this is said toy. It's the Golden Mask 1 Plus UK edition. Yes, UK. Ta-da. Anyway, this machine has been around a while now and it's getting rave reviews. It's selling really well in the UK, especially now we have a UK seller. Link will be in the video. But I want to know what all the fuss is about. Lots and lots of machines, people say they're fantastic, they're great. But for such a simple machine with such basic controls, what's it all about? That's what I want to know. So today I'm going to take it out in the field and I'm going to find out. So let's get stuck in. Okay, now I've done whole videos on the control boxes on metal detectors, but I don't think we need to do a whole video for this one. What have you got with the 1 Plus UK? You've got sensitivity, you've got discrimination level, and you've got on, off and volume. That is your lot. That is all you play with. That's how simple it is. Sensitivity's got a little red one. Try and get it up about there if you can. I'm just off of it today and it's running beautifully on number 8. You've got discrimination. You've got a number 2, which is kind of where they tell you to put it. So it's in red, can't really go wrong. Although some people have told me to have it on about 1.5. So that's something I've been messing around with today. And on and off. That's it. That's your lot. Set up your sensitivity for the day. Set up your disc where you want it, which is going to be 2 or just under. Get the volume how you want it, and that is your lot. And you don't have to play with anything else all day long. You just detect. Simples. Well, that was a lovely signal with the GM1 Plus UK, but I've still got to work on my pinpointing with that big coil. But we've got a disc, and what we've got, I do not know. But I need to put my glasses on because I'm quite excited by this. This is an odd shape. I'm pretty sure this is something. But what? I don't know if you can see that, but it's trying to be a circle, but it isn't. Let's get this cleaned up and on close up. Okay, I don't know how well you can see it in this slide, but can you see those spikes at the top there? I think this is a worn Roman radiate. It looks like it's got that. See those lines just kind of at the top here, going along there? I think that's the top of his bust, or the back of his head, I should say. And there's a line on this side straight through the middle, which I would imagine, sorry about this, it's very bright out here. I would imagine that sort of like line through the middle is what's left of what was some kind of standing figure. I'm pretty sure this is a very, very, very worn Roman radiate coin. But that was a booming signal. Impressive. Off to a good start. Okay, I'm really struggling in the house light, but I think you can just about make that out. It's got the spikes at the top, and there's definitely a bust on there. Come down a bit, you get a bit more of the sort of like the idea of the bust, and the 3 spikes at the top. Pretty sure that today's little find is indeed a Roman radiate. Lovely. Haha, now why am I pleased with that? A lump of horseshoe. Well, I'm pleased because that was a good 8 inches down and it was a perfect, horrible, unmistakable iron tone all day long. Very, very good. Just what I want on big iron at depth. That knew exactly what it was. Full marks. Okay, our old friend the bullet casing. But a teensy tiny signal and a good signal. I am noticing that a lot of the stuff that's got an iron tinge is stuff that's on the edge of discrimination, and it turns out to be junk most of the time, but that gave a good signal. Whoops. Oh well, there she goes. Okay, listen to this. That sounds very, very positive through the headphones, but you can really hear that iron grunt all around that light tone. Very, very loud signal. That iron grunt's trying to put me off. Let's have a look and see what this is, shall we? Okay, we got there in the end. Oh, are you ready for this? Now that's what you call a slab of iron. And it was, yeah, good 6 inches from the surface. So you was getting some high tone because it was trying to fool the machine, but you still had that horrible grunt around it. It really was trying to talk me out of that. Yeah, I'm impressed with the tone. I've had a lot of these. This is a very dirty field. You saw the horseshoe earlier on. There's a lot of muck around here. A lot of bits of machinery under the ground. But I'm impressed because even though it was trying to overwhelm the machine, it still pushed that iron tone through and it warmed me. And it warmed me correctly. Very good. Okay, tiny little button, but a lovely little signal. As I backed off of it, it went a bit irony, but that was iron behind the target. Always have to be careful of that. Sometimes you think a signal's turning into iron and actually you're going over something else. Probably could have done with a slightly smaller coil here today, but I didn't realise just how junky this site. It's just littered with iron. So I'm really pleased that this machine's picking out little high conductors like that in amongst it with a 12-inch coil on. That's a nice clean one. Yep. We'll have a go at that one. Ah. Okay. Oh, never. No, it is. Wow. Okay, so it's another little bullet casing. But what a lovely, clean signal. And as we all know, they are super high conductors. I mean, you always get a nice signal on those. At least you do the ones that are made of high conductive materials, which I think for bullet casings is pretty much all of them. But yeah, a no miss signal in amongst the trash, a high conductor, and my second bullet casing of the day. Whoopee. Strange piece of lead. It's got a hole at either end. Now, did they smoke with lead pipes back in the day before they had clay pipes? Could that be a piece of pipe stem, lead pipe stem? I have absolutely no idea because I'm not very clever. But yeah, I'm just wondering if that's what that is. So if you've got any ideas, please let me know. Okay, we've got the sensitivity on 8, so quite high. Right up there, just off the 9. Let's have a good thresh and see how stable she is. Yep, not a peep. Really bouncing that quite hard now off the earth and off this stubbly bits. And there's not a single false. Very, very stable indeed. Okay, just add that up. It's a 1962 sixpence. Ever such a slight iron buzz on that when it was in the ground, and then it cleaned up a bit when I got it out. But I'm suspecting that slight iron buzz is probably the junk metal that they were starting to use in sixpences by 1962. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure of what the metal contents were by then. But that's a 1962 sixpence just out the ground. Okay, so that was the first run out with the Golden Mask 1 Plus UK. And what did I think? Well, straight off the bat, I can honestly say, and I can honestly say this, I totally get why people buy them. I think it's 247 quid for this one on the S-stem. The S-stem's fiberglass as well, so it's not heavy. In fact, it's super light. It's probably about the same as an Ace 250, maybe a little bit lighter. I think this is probably a tad lighter than an Ace 250, but it's certainly not a hard machine to swing. The iron tone on this thing, I absolutely love the iron tone. I like to know when there's iron around. I like to know what I'm dealing with. This was a dirty, irony field. It was a hard field to detect, and this thing told me exactly what I was up against. When I had large pieces of iron in the ground at varying depth, I always got an iron tinge, an iron tone. It was warning me. So even on those big bits that were trying to fool me and do fool detectors, this thing was giving a buzz. It was giving a warning sign. and I was really pleased with that. And that little Roman radiator, I'm pretty sure it is a little Roman radiator, albeit quite worn. It gave a lovely clean signal on that. So when it was time to hit a good target and give a clean signal, it did. When it was time to warn me about the iron, it really did that as well. I'm very impressed with this little thing. I can see why so many people buy it, and I can see why so many people enjoy it. And I'm looking forward to taking it out again on some different land and give it a different test. But on a really scrappy field, full of bits of junk today, really hard going. Yeah, this thing did very, very well. Thumbs up all round.